Tony Blair is a wrong person to resolve the Gaza crisis between the Palestinians and the Israelis. I thought Donald Trump remembers what happened in the Second Gulf War. Tony Blair played a very pivotal role to ensure that Iraq was attacked. He lied before the United Nations, lied to the Americans, lied before the British people, lied to the world that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. He even convinced George Bush that let's go in. Let us go to war. They went to war. There was no weapons of mass destruction. They killed Saddam Hussein. They destroyed the Iraq infrastructure. And today, Iraq is in a shambles. Iraq will never be the same again because of one Tony Blair. And Trump should know better. And in fact, Trump was against the Gulf War. He was against the Iraq War. He just spoke during the campaign that it was a very senseless war that could have not happened, that it was not supposed to have happened. Iraq will never be the same again because of Tony Blair. Why should Trump use the same man unless Trump is planning for a full-fledged war in the Middle East? Because, Tony Blair has never been a good diplomat. We have a lot of good diplomats in the globe. Very great diplomats in this country, in the United States. Very great diplomats in Europe who can do a better job than Tony Blair. So Donald Trump should reconsider. He should think big. Because, based on the way Trump was campaigning, the promises he made to the American people was not again, no going to war again. So using a warmonger, in quotes, Tony Blair loves war, and Trump must be extremely careful to use him to mediate the peace, or rather to discuss on the way out over the Gaza crisis.